All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello, hello. How's everybody today? I hope I find you all well, and I hope that you are having a good weekend. I am DSP, and I welcome you here to a full day of gameplay streaming. How's everyone doing? Hello, hello. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of August, 2021, and it is an exciting day. We've got a lot of fun stuff in store on the stream, and of course, the good news here is that Jasper, my kitty, is doing better today. He's feeling much better than he did yesterday. Since this is what everyone on the internet seems to be talking about, I know that sounds ridiculous, but some people are obsessive about me and my life, and they literally sit here obsessing over shit. So, just as an update, Jasper is doing better. Okay. He is suffering from a urinary tract infection, which basically means that he has pain down there and thinks that he has to pee constantly even when he doesn't have to. Okay? This leads him to try to pee a ton of times and get nothing, and then he thinks something's wrong. So then he proceeds to walk all over the house trying to pee everywhere, thinking there's something wrong with his litter box. I know that sounds silly to you and I, but to a cat, it doesn't make sense because, you know, that litter box is where he always uses the bathroom. If he goes there and he can't go, he's like, well, why can't I go here? I don't understand. Right? And it's not his fault. He's a kitty. I don't blame him for not understanding. And so, all Friday night and then all day yesterday, he was basically running all over the house, trying to find places to use the bathroom that were not the right place. And he did pee a bunch all over the house yesterday. I mean, I found stuff in front of the fireplace. He actually peed on the rug not the rug, but the mat in the kitchen when I was having dinner. He ran in there and he peed in there. And other various places. I actually found some pee sitting on the windowsill of all places. So, you know, you feel bad for the guy. You know he wasn't feeling good. And he finally had a good night's rest last night. He actually did not wake up during the night, which is rare for him because he usually does wake up during the night. And when we woke up this morning, seemed normal. Went downstairs, went in his litter box, and actually used it normally. He did not actually, go in there and not able to piss. He was actually able to pee, which is good, because that was the whole problem, is that he wasn't able to normally. And so he went in there, used it, normal stuff, and now he seems to be back to his old self. He's very energetic. He's excited. He's playing with me today. We were doing our play boxing and his little play bites and stuff in the morning. I actually made my wife some food to bring to work, you know, like a lunch, because she's at work today. And as I was doing that, he was all over me. He was like, "Oh, let's. I want to be up and everything," and that's good. When Jasper is around and he wants to be up and everything, that's because he's in a good mood. So he seems normal. In fact, like I said, he's actually in here today. I'm gonna allow him in the office today, and as long as he doesn't flip his behavior. Meaning, if he doesn't start looking like he's trying to pee everywhere, I'm going to let him stay in here for today and chill with us on stream. He's already been on stream. Before I started talking, I turned the camera on and I showed him to everyone. He was basically jumping on top of the chair and doing silly acrobatics and stuff like a cat tends to do, which was good, obviously, to see him like that in good spirits, right? So I am in a good mood today because he's in a good mood today. Yesterday, admittedly, I was not in a good mood. I was nervous all day. I didn't feel good. You know, when you're a cat parent, that's what happens. You know, when your pet's not feeling good, you're not feeling good. Today is kind of the opposite. Do his meows seem more upbeat than sad? His meows are great. He has some happy meows this morning. He came into when I just started streaming, he walked in. I said, "Oh, you're going to join me today, Jasper?" He said, "Meow." I gave him a chin rub. And then he looked at me again up and I said, "How you doing? How you feeling?" He said, "Meow." He's in a good mood. The happy meows, yes. So I am happy. Now don't worry, I'm still going to take him to the vet this week. Remember, I have the appointment set for Tuesday morning. A drop-off appointment where basically I bring him there and I drop him off in his carrier. And during the course of that, morning to afternoon, when they get a chance, they're going to check him out and likely give him some medicine. I already know what medicine it is. It's an antibiotic. It's a milky liquid that you're supposed to put in his food because he had this over a year ago, and it sucks that it came back. So Likely this will not be an issue, and, you know, this will be an easy thing to take care of during this week. I'm just happy that he's, in the short term, he's feeling much better, you know. I don't like him in suffering and pain and stuff like that. And, you know, yesterday I shared this with you, which I didn't have to, but I shared this with you, and I do appreciate that so many people actually were worrying about Jasper and his well-being. That's pretty awesome. It is. I'm happy that you guys care about my pets, my family members, you know. I'm very happy about that. And thank you for that. Now, of course, there's idiots who are complete morons who want to get into my business because they're stalkers, losers, and they're making disgusting memes on the internet about Jasper being sick and all kinds of fucked up stuff. Obviously, that's not appreciated. When you have a sick pet, you care about them just like any other family member. And to be making light of the situation is pretty fucked up. You have to be pretty messed up in the head to do stuff like that. And those people are despicable, just to say the least. Okay? That's how I feel about it. But I am happy for those of you who genuinely did care about Jasper. All right? So no worries. He is feeling better today. I'm happy about this. You'll see him on stream, hopefully. He was already on stream, but maybe he'll jump on the chair some more, you know. He'll be in here as long as he wants to be. He doesn't have to be in here, but he likes usually hanging out in here when I'm streaming. And I'm still going to take him to the vet Tuesday morning to get him checked out regardless. Hopefully it's a, you know, okay, we checked him out. Yeah, it looks like he has a residual UTI. We'll just give him some meds, and that's that, you know. So, good stuff. Alrighty then. All right, guys. So, now that we got that out of the way, which I'm happy about, it's all good news, right? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the continuation of Ghost of Tsushima Iki Islands DLC. This came out on Friday along with the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima, both on PS4 and PS5. The PS4 version, honestly, from what people are saying, doesn't really add much at all in the director's cut edition. The PS5 has some graphical improvements, but essentially what the director's cut is just a way to buy the game again. Which is kind of lame, because in a case like me, I don't really care about the director's cut content at all. I'm not replaying the main campaign of the game. You know what I'm saying? I played it at length. I platinumed it last year. I'm not replaying that campaign. So it's kind of lame that they force you to buy the director's cut to get the DLC. But it is what it is. The DLC so far is good. I've played it for about 3 hours. The story is good, and I don't know where it's going to head, but so far, so good, even though, admittedly, I am incredibly rusty at this game. I am trying to remember how to play it. The combat is very complex because you've got 4 stances. You've got all these different throwable items. You've got different kinds of combat you can do, including standoffs, stealth assassinations, etc. You've got various different bow attacks. Like, there's just a lot going on in the combat of the game. Not to say that it's overly complicated, but, you know, you want to remember the nuances of the combat engine, which, you know, I'm trying to do. I'm trying to remember how to play it. And I hope that I do better today, because last time when I played it on Friday, I was kind of flubbing around and, you know, just barely making my way. A couple times I almost died. So let's hope for me to get a little bit more readjusted to the gameplay and the engine today. The graphics are outstanding. The graphics are absolutely outstanding. They are really awesome visuals. Beautiful lighting now. And the lighting, I'd argue, is even better on PS5 now than it was on PS4 last year. But, you know, the environments are colorful and contrasted and just really nicely done. The whole game is incredibly well designed when it comes to that. And I'm really looking forward to more today for sure. Okay? So, if you're looking for a chill atmosphere, if you're looking for a fun stream of DLC content, you're in the right place. Now, I will say this. On Friday, admittedly, I don't know why, but people were very like, slow to really talk. And what I mean by that is I think people were just kind of gelling with the stream, which is great. But remember that especially a game like this where it's a lot of open world wandering and doing missions and stuff that's not story-based, a lot of the fun of the stream is interaction with me. You know, we talk to each other and have fun conversation. So I would ask, if you are here today and you're going to chill with me during the Ghost of Tsushima stream, by all means, let's talk, let's chat it up. Let's have a good time today. Relaxing conversation. Please don't be a stranger to the stream chat, okay? The more talk, the better. Fair enough? Cool. I hope so. Because I really, like I said, if I'm playing a game, I mean, yeah, sometimes I vibe into the game and I'm hyper concentrated on the game if there's something important going on. But admittedly, on Friday, a few times, I turned to the stream chat, I wonder what they're talking about. Let's talk. And no one's saying anything. I'm like, oh, come on. I like chilling with you guys. So please feel free to engage me. If you want to talk directly to me, you can always tag me in the stream chat. Now, of course, keep in mind, right now I'm doing pre-stream, but I'm talking about once the actual gameplay starts, okay? Hopefully, the stream is entertaining to you and you have a good chill time here today, okay? So that's going to be the main gameplay stream. The late stream tonight is going to be my weekly late-night chill session of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Tonight we're going to be doing some interesting stuff in Flight Sim. Tonight we're going to be doing some Buenos Aires, Argentina, because that's what the top contributor last week asked for. In addition to that, we're going to be checking out some theme parks, probably like Disneyland and maybe Universal Studios and other things around that area of either Florida, California, or both. Okay. And then we're going to do Seattle, which is what people have been asking for ever since I started. We're going to fly over the major city of Seattle. I'm going to show you the landmarks like the Space Needle, the Pacific Science Center, the Pop Culture Museum. We'll probably fly down to the waterfront, Pike Place Market. I can show you the pier and the giant wheel that's there and all kinds of fun stuff. Should be a good time. All right, so we're going to do that tonight. Now, here's the deal with Flight Simulator. I have noticed that the last couple of weeks that I've done it, attention seems to be waning for the game. Just being honest here. I'm noticing less people are attending, less people are supporting. It seems like people are maybe getting a little bored with it. I've been playing it now for on and off for a month. I felt it was a good variety chill stream. Obviously, this is not something I'm doing as a major stream, 3-4 hours of gameplay, but it seems like the interest is starting to die off. Okay, just being honest with you. So, that being said, tonight, let's see how it goes. If, it's a good stream, people are attending, people are engaging, and contributing, and everything's good, then I will absolutely consider keeping it into the rotation. But if we end up doing it tonight and it ends up being kind of a dud, kind of slow, chances are then I'm likely not going to be doing it much more. Maybe we'll do one more farewell to Flight Sim stream to kind of give the game a send-off, where I would likely do like Connecticut, which people have always asked me and say, hey, we fly over where you used to live and stuff and show us your old house and stuff like that. Stuff like that for like a final stream, okay? Let's see. Let's see how it goes tonight, and we'll judge based off of that. All right? Fair enough? Good. I hope that sounds good to you. All right, so that's cool. Tomorrow, we're mixing it up. This weekend's basically been all new releases. It was a mix between 12 Minutes, which we finished yesterday, and now the Ghost of Tsushima DLC. Well, tomorrow, we're going to swing back to Fallout New Vegas. That's right. Fallout New Vegas returns tomorrow to the rotation. And tomorrow, we're going to be finishing up odds and ends, a few missions here or there that are kind of left over. But outside of that, we're going to be starting the fourth and final major DLC for Fallout New Vegas. It's called Lonesome Road, all right? And it's a great DLC, from what I remember. But I don't remember much, which is kind of silly. Like, it's weird because I really did remember a lot of other DLCs. I couldn't remember this one. Basically, the entire playthrough, people have told me you must save this DLC for last because it is the hardest in the game. It's meant to be what you do right before you finish the game. It's tough. It's meant to be end game content, okay? So that being said, I'm excited to do it again because I don't remember it. Everyone says it's good end game content, it's challenging. I don't remember the story of it at all. So, it'll be fun to try it out tomorrow on the main gameplay stream. And that is the beginning of the end. The beginning of the finale of my Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Because essentially we have to finish that DLC, and then that's really it. Then we just have to finish the plot. And the plot doesn't have much more to do at this point. We just have to finish off the different factions for Mr. House, and then it's the big finale at the Hoover Dam, and that's the end of the game. So we are pretty much at the end of the playthrough after this DLC. There's nothing left. So I'm excited for this. The beginning of the end tomorrow, okay? And then tomorrow night, Monday night, it's kind of up in the air. I actually don't know what I want to do. I'm curious what you guys are interested in. I'm strongly considering playing Grounded. Grounded is a game that I played during my Xbox Game Pass marathon days. Remember, there was 1 or 2 days where I basically did a variety of Game Pass stuff. And when I played it, you guys seemed to like it. It's basically an exploration/survival game. You're supposed to be a kid who was shrunken down to like microscopic size. You're basically the size of a very small insect, and you're trying to crawl through your yard and survive. And it's pretty interesting because all these bugs that are attacking you, and you have to use these pieces of the yard for survival stuff. So I was thinking of doing that tomorrow night because I haven't done it since 2-3 weeks ago when I was doing those exploration streams. You guys really seemed to like it back then. You say, hey, that's something we can put that on your rotation eventually. I was also considering doing more Hades, which I really like. I played it last night, did major progress in Hades, unlocked a new weapon, got a new revive, which is going to be tremendously useful. So that's a possibility. Or we could do like some Halo Master Chief multiplayer. Like, I really don't know what to do tomorrow night at all. I'm kind of on the fence. It's my final stream of the consecutive streaming week. I'd like to end it on a high note, but I don't know exactly what it is that you guys would like to see. So what I would ask is today, please share your opinions on what exactly it is you would like to see, coming up here. And based on your opinions, that will help me determine what to do. Okay? I'd love to hear your opinions. Do you want Grounded? Do you want Hades? Or would you maybe like some Halo Master Chief Collection? What would you like to see on Monday night as the final stream of the week? Okay? I'm not here on Tuesday. That is my day off from streaming. When I return on Wednesday, it is a big premiere. Psychonauts 2 is finally coming out via Microsoft Game Pass. I'm going to check it out on Wednesday as the main gameplay stream. Wednesday night, I believe I said I'm going to probably be doing more Hades. And then this week will be a balance between the Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island DLC and more Psychonauts with a little bit of Fallout kind of wedged in there for variety's sake. Keep in mind, late night streams this week will include, my usual throwback Street Fighter session and stuff like that. So there's a good variety of stuff coming up this week between Psychonauts and everything else that we're doing. Okay? And that's kind of the plan for the finale of the month. And I hope that sounds good. Okay? Music Mouse says, did I ever see your email? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So honestly, I can't answer you. I get tons of emails every day. So I'm not sure what you're referencing, Music Mouse. Okay. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys well know, I'm an independent content creator. All right? I don't have any sponsorships or partnerships at all. I make a living. Hello, Jasper. What are you doing? He's so cute standing next to me. What are you doing, buddy? You gonna jump up here again? You gonna jump up here? I'll put you on camera. Here he comes. You guys ready? There he is. There's the Jasper kitty. I told you he's feeling better. You can tell he's better when he's crawling all over the chair like this. He's in good spirits today. You silly guy. What you doing up there? Look at you scaling the mountain. Ah, he's looking at me. Ah. You silly kitty. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I'm an independent content creator. I don't have any sponsorships. I don't have any partnerships. I don't have anyone backing me up. All right. I make a living off of crowdfunding, meaning your contributions during the streams is literally how I pay my bills and make a living. All right. I appreciate the fact that for 13 years, through thick and thin, through highs and lows, and through all the different variations that I've made content, you guys have stood by me and supported me. And that tradition continues. All right. And I really appreciate that. So if you like the chill stream content, you like the fact that I'm not sitting here shilling all day every day, and if you like the fact that Jasper Kitty is a part of the streams today, getting the rubs. If you like all of that and you want to help out, all right, consider contributing to the stream. I consider it going above and beyond. I don't expect that anyone's going to come in here and just massively drop something or support the stream at all. That's not my mentality. My mentality is put out a fun, entertaining stream, and people will support it because they want to see it continue, okay? That being said, Yes, I absolutely rely on your contributions to keep stuff afloat, which is why we have goals and stuff in effect every stream. Currently, right now, I am trying to build this channel back up to where it was when I was a full-time streamer on Twitch. On Twitch, my channel was quite, let's say, I don't even know how to really explain it. It wasn't like it was incredibly lucrative or anything like that. But we had a good thing going there. You know, I had over 900 subs. I was getting tons of cheers every day. And all that kind of went away when I became a full-time streamer on YouTube 3 months ago. So I'm trying to build back up to where I was. All right? So if you like the content... What are you doing? He's attacking my foot. He's attacking my... He's totally back to normal. He's immediately attacking my foot. You nut. Don't attack the foot. Don't do it. I'm trying to talk to my audience. Okay. So... if you want to go above and beyond being a standard stream viewer, you want to support the stream, there's many ways you can do so. You can become a channel member. By joining the channel, you can get all kinds of cool stuff, including a highlighted name in the chat, a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter, access to all of my emotes. Oh, get your hands off my cleaning cloth. How dare you, Jasper. And in addition to that, on top of all that, you don't have to abide by the slow mode rules of the chat, which is also nice. You know, you don't have to wait 10 seconds to chat like everyone else does. So, please consider becoming a channel member. If we hit 275 concurrent channel members by the end of the month, we'll be doing a special marathon event. Now, I'm going to be honest with all of you, I don't think it's going to happen. All right? We, at one point, were on pace to do it. We had over 240 members, and then a bunch of members fell off. I don't really understand it because according to what everyone tells me, when you sign up for a membership on YouTube, by default, it's supposed to be auto-renew, yet how every month around the same time of the month we drop off 20, 30 members, I just don't understand if that's the case. So, it is what it is. Please consider becoming a member because of all the benefits, and it obviously helps me out too, okay? Now, you can also do a super chat or a super sticker, and if you do those things, they help the channel as well. You'll get a cool pop-up message in the chat to highlight your contribution. I will also give you a shout out here on the stream because I do make an effort to give a shout out to anyone who contributes to my streams as a way of saying thanks, because I really do appreciate every person who does support in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Cool. Now, if you want to help me out the most, matter-of-factly, tipping me helps me more than anything, because tipping, number one, those are funds that I get right away to use for important things, like paying bills, grocery shopping, and the like, okay? And because I get those funds right away in the short term, I set up reward tiers as a way of saying thanks to those who go above and beyond to tip me to help me out the most, all right? If we raise $50 in total tips today, I'll put on my Gunner glasses. If we raise $100 in tips, I'll put on a vest. Now, last night, people selected the platinum vest, so that takes it out of the rotation for today. So the vests for today are as follows. The beige, the red, the blue, and the gold. Those would be the 4 vests available for today. Now, last night, we actually premiered a new hat. I don't know how many of you were actually here last night, but we actually do have a new hat now that debuted. If you missed it, I'll show it to you right now so you understand what it is, because it was pretty funny. So here's the thing. I've been telling people all along. Oh my God, that's too close. I've been telling people all along. The way I'm describing these hats are code words. These are not the actual color of the hat or anything like that. But it's a way to describe the hat so that I know what it is, but you guys don't get spoiled on what it is. So last night, we did hit the $150 tips goal, and that means that it was time to debut a new hat. People voted for the white hat. Well, what is the white hat? You ready? I want to show you guys. That's really close. But backing it up, it's a cap with fake hair on it, which basically looks like white highlights or white tips. It's kind of silverish white, I would say. When I put it on, it actually looks like hair on my head. It looks real, which is funny. People liked it when I put it on. They were like, it looks like Guy Fieri almost. Of course, it's white or silver, not his typical blonde highlight stuff. But it was really cool. I put it on. People liked it. They thought, wow, it looks really silly. I was like, that's the point. So there's a hat to wear. It's basically a fake visor. It's a baseball cap, but it's a fake visor with this silly fake hair attached to it. Okay? So this is a new option. So now we have this, we have the military hat, and we have the digital camo hat all into the rotation. There is one final hat you guys have not seen yet, okay? And if we hit $150 of tips today on stream, which I would appreciate if we do, it would help me tremendously, you have the option to either see that new hat or we'll just do the vote for all four. So now we're going to call them military, digital, I don't know what to call that one. What should I call that one? Hair? I'll probably just call it hair. Or we call it platinum, because technically that's kind of like metallic. Yeah, you know what? It's platinum. The platinum hair. That's what we'll call it. So, military, digital, platinum hair, or the final hat you guys haven't seen yet. Okay? So that's what we'll do. If we hit the full tip skull, which I hope we would. I do need the support right now. In fact, I mean, not to say that this is like the sky is falling panic mode, but I'm a little annoyed this weekend because once again, this is the second month in a row I'm having problems getting paid by YouTube. Last month, I was on my day off relying on this YouTube payment to come in, and it wasn't coming in. And because of that, I was stuck at home all day because it didn't show up until late night. So I basically couldn't have a day out like I normally would do. And it really frustrated me. All right? This month, I was supposed to get paid yesterday by YouTube. Well, all day long yesterday, it said automatic payment is pending. Okay? It just kept saying that. Automatic payment pending. Well, guess what? It still shows automatic payment pending. Yeah, it basically says they were supposed to pay me yesterday, and it didn't come through yet. I don't know if this is because it's a weekend and there's something wrong with the bank or something, but I need the money. You know, I have bills to pay. I've been waiting to pay my mortgage. I have back tax payment that's going to clear, and it's like, where's the money? This is a pain in the ass. Really, like, I don't understand what's going on with this YouTube payment stuff. Again, I didn't have to used to rely on this. Remember, the way it used to be when I was a full-time streamer on Twitch was that Twitch would pay me around the 15th of the month, and then I would get a YouTube payment around the 21st for the ad revenue. The YouTube payment was very small, but it was the Twitch payment that got me through the rest of the month usually. Well, now, most of my payments are coming from YouTube because I'm a full-time YouTube streamer, and it's taking forever. So I'm hoping this money either comes through today or at the latest tomorrow. If it doesn't, I'm screwed. I mean it too. Like, I have all these bills clearing. I have my cell phone bill. I've got a homeowner's insurance bill. I got my back taxes, and I got to pay my goddamn mortgage. And where's the money? Where the hell is it? This is really frustrating me. So hopefully this actually clears. But the point I'm making is when you tip me, you're helping me out. Like, if you tip me right now, today, it would definitely help me with this situation. So please consider tipping if you can. All right? Not asking for anyone to go crazy. Not asking for anyone to go beyond their means. I'm just saying, if you want to support the stream and you have the option to tip, tipping is the way to go today to help me out. And I would obviously love to do these reward goals for you. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. So all that being said, I'm looking forward to a great day of chill streams with you guys today. Thank you for chilling with me. Thanks for being here on pre-stream to hang out. It's a good time, man. Now, there really is nothing going on in the realm of game news today, except that the one thing that people seem to be talking about is that Quake, out of nowhere, has a kind of a remastered edition that has released on Game Pass, and people are like shocked at this because they're like, whoa, Quake 1? Quake 1, for those who don't know, back in the day, in the 1990s, in the 1990s, all right, PC gaming was all the rage, especially first-person shooters. And all that, you know, all that being said, at the height of the popularity of games like Doom, Duke Nukem, stuff like that, they decided to take those first-person shooters into the 3D realm. And Quake was really the first major game to do that, to take that style of gameplay and put it into 3D graphics. Okay? So, it's a pretty good game. Quake 1 is pretty gritty. I'm not going to lie. It's gritty. It's challenging. It's quite annoying in parts. Personally, I prefer Quake 2 to Quake 1. I think Quake 2 has a superior engine as well as level design and music. But, you know, Quake 1 is basically where it all started. Okay? And That's pretty cool that it came out of nowhere. I guess Quake Con is going on or something like that. Quake Digital, or I don't even know if it's like a digital conference or if it's an in-person conference. You know, I don't follow that stuff. But the fact that they just released this out of nowhere is kind of surprising. Some people have been asking me to play it. Admittedly, I mean, I'm interested. At the same time, I know Quake 1 is a very outdated game. And it's actually, like I said, when I played it back in the day, I was kind of frustrated by it. I preferred Quake 2. But I'm not against it, especially if it's under Game Pass. I'm not against trying it out. I just don't know if I would want to commit to a full playthrough of it. Because much like Doom, it's lengthy, it's challenging, it's got secrets and stuff you need to do. It could be a grind. And so I don't want to say, oh, we're going to do Quake and play the whole game. Oh, it's like 8 to 12 hours of gameplay or something. You know, I don't want to commit to another playthrough right now out of nowhere. Right now, we're in the midst of the Icky Island DLC in Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, we're trying to finish up Fallout New Vegas, which has been going on for 2 months. We got Psychonauts 2 starting up on Wednesday, and we got all our late night chill stuff right now, like Hades, Flight Sim, Street Fighter. I don't want to be adding yet another game to the rotation that I'll never be able to finish, you see. So, we'll see what happens. I'm curious about it. Some people are saying I should try Quake tomorrow night over Grounded. Well, let me know. If that's your opinion, share that with me. Right now, Grounded is what I'm considering for Monday night. But if you guys want to see Quake, if you guys want to see something else, I'll consider doing that instead. Like I said, Monday night stream is pretty much open for me. So, let me know what you think. Okay? Let me know what you think. And we'll decide, based on your feedback, what I'm doing tomorrow night. Okay? But really, that's the only real game news going on right now. There's really not much else in the realm of gaming to talk about. I wish I had more to gab about in the realm of gaming, but there's just nothing really happening. So instead, we'll get to shoutouts, okay? First of all, we're going to start off with a super chat from Dick Burns, who did a super chat and said, "Love Jasper." Yes, I also love Jasper. I will say this, even though some people definitely take it too far, and or they think that it's funny to revel in anything that makes me feel bad, which is really messed up that you would revel in my pet not feeling well because you're a scumbag. I really do appreciate those of you who have been very, very nice and caring about Jasper. You know, a lot of people I understand. You're like, man, I really wish that, he wasn't feeling bad. And I wish that the vet service in America was different than it is, where you could just kind of walk into any vet you want and get an appointment and not have to pay $1,000 for an emergency visit. I know. I hear you. I wish it was like that. It's basically, pet services here are almost equivalent to American healthcare for humans, meaning you can get healthcare immediately, and you'll pay thousands of dollars, like no exaggeration. If I were to take him to the pet emergency room, they would probably charge me $1,000 for a routine urinary tract infection that is going to be treated with a drug that costs like $15. You know, that's how it is here in America. It's a complete and utter ripoff. I don't like having to wait, but it is what it is. And I'm very happy to see that Jasper is much better today. My God, he's laying right next to me relaxing. Yesterday, he was the opposite. He was feeling terrible all day, so this is really good. This is really good that it seems like he's improved overnight dramatically. So, excellent. Excellent. But thank you to those who genuinely care about Jasper. I mean that. Like, I can tell the difference between someone who's coming on stream chat and they're like, oh, how's Jasper? Is he doing okay? I want to hear about him, versus some scumbag shithead who's out there saying disgusting things. Phil's going to kill his cat and stuff like that. Like, I just want to say something. How messed up in the head can you be to think that that is acceptable behavior? Seriously. Someone who loves their pet, like a family member, right? Doing my best to take care of him because I love him to death, right? Oh, let's make up disgusting memes that Jasper's going to die. No, that's not a meme. That's you. You're fucked up in your head because you think that kind of shit is funny. It's not funny. It's disgusting. You're disgusting. You're a horrible human. Really. You should go seek fucking help if you think that kind of shit is funny. It's not. Okay? But thank you to those who genuinely care about Jasper. I really appreciate that. I do. That's really nice of you. Okay. I'm just trying to think anything else. Oh yeah. So this is interesting. Last night, there was a wrestling pay-per-view, WWE SummerSlam, and during it, it was announced that WWE 2K22 which is coming back from a year's hiatus. This used to be a yearly wrestling game. It used to always come out in the fall, and it featured a roster of real wrestlers from WWE. And basically it would have like a story mode. It would have simulation mode where you could do your own universe simulation as if like you were running WWE. There was online gameplay. There was the ability to create characters and share those with the online community. And I always liked this game because it allowed me to do some fun simulations. I would do things at the end of the year like the King of Christmas tournament where everyone would fight it out to see who would be the King of Christmas. And we'd have characters like Ebenezer Scrooge fighting the Grinch, fighting Jesus, fighting Frosty the Snowman, fighting Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And there were always these crazy mutated creatures, and it was absolutely hilariously good time, okay? Well, guess what happened? Guess what happened? They put out a game that was absolutely god-awful terrible in 2020. Excuse me, 2019. It was one of the worst I've ever played. The game didn't even function properly. You couldn't even make or use the created wrestlers. The game would glitch and crash if you tried. So essentially everyone bought the game, the yearly installment, and got like not even half as much gameplay out of it as it normally would. And it was such a snafu, such a big deal, that the game developer said, we're not going to make one in 2020. We're going to take 2 or more years. We're going to go back to the drawing board and try to redesign this game from the ground up. Okay. And alright, I'm just going to ban this idiot. Seriously. Anyone who's going to come in here and act like they know better about Jasper, you could just get banned. I don't care. I'm not even gonna give you a chance. I'm done with it. These fucking idiots go, oh, you're a terrible pet parent because you didn't take Jasper to the emergency. Go fuck yourself. No, really, I mean this. Go fuck yourself. You're a moron. Okay? Fuck off. Alright, so let's continue. So last year, they completely canceled the WWE game, saying that they were going to take 2 or more years to put one out, so that this time it would be good. They wanted to basically take their time making the next one to rebuild trust in the consumer base. Okay? So, that's all well and good, but what happened this year? Are you guys aware of what happened this year? You might not. If you don't follow wrestling, you probably have no idea at all. Okay? WWE had unprecedented levels of released talent. People who they had under contract to work for them, who they just released out of nowhere. And we're not just talking, oh, there's a bunch of people who don't get used a lot on TV. You don't see them that much. We're talking high-profile talent. People who were just at fucking WrestleMania, their yearly Super Bowl of wrestling, doing main event matches. And they just released them out of nowhere. Okay? So we're talking, so many people got released that the running meme this year was that the game developers of WWE 2K22 must be in nightmare mode because every time they think that they're ready to release the game, WWE releases more wrestlers, which means they can't have them in that game. They have to take them out. And now what are they going to do? Right? Like, what if half the roster that they had in the game is characters that are no longer with the company? Now they have to remove them all. Well, then where's the value? Because there's not enough characters in the game now. Okay. So, all this going on, it's finally announced last night at SummerSlam that WWE 2K22 will not be releasing in the fall as originally scheduled. The game has been massively delayed to March of 2022 at the earliest. Okay? Now, personally, for me, I would prefer for the game to come out and actually be good than come out and be a buggy piece of shit. Especially with how 2 years ago, how bad the game was. Obviously, if I buy the game, I want to get my money's worth out of it. I was pretty disappointed that 2 years ago, I couldn't do any simulation matches because the game didn't even work. The game would just crash if you tried to do sims. So, I want it to work. At the same time, guys, admittedly, I'm really disappointed because I always do WWE as a year-end sim deal. I always do the King of Christmas tournament and Christmas-related holiday content in the game. Now I can't do that for the second year in a row because the game's not going to be out till next year, right? That really stinks. Admittedly, like, I really liked doing that year-end stuff. Couldn't do it 2 years ago because the game was bugged out and not working. Couldn't do it last year because there was no game. So now this year, like, damn, man. Finally, I get to do it again. Oops, game got delayed. Like, son of a bitch. Because now when it comes out in March, if I buy it, likely I would play through the campaign, like the story mode or whatever. But outside of that, like, what simulations am I going to be doing in March? The St. Patrick's Day tournament? You know what I mean? Like, it kind of kills the gimmick of doing fun holiday-related stuff, right? So, it blows. I'm hopefully the game does come out and is good, but at this point, it coming out in March kind of stinks. You know, in my opinion, for my purposes, this is kind of disappointing. Okay? Shout out to Tasty Muffin. Tasty Muffin has just become a channel supporter. I appreciate that, Tasty Muffin. And actually, their icon is indeed a Tasty Muffin. Looks like blueberry. I love blueberry. Awesome. Thank you very much for that. All right, we start off today's tipping with Onso Kamaru, who tipped me $1.50, and he says, in Hades, I strongly recommend you cool it with the dodge spamming. You certainly have the skills to succeed, but you overspam dodge and don't take time to understand enemy attack patterns. Dodge is your best friend when used strategically. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you also got to understand something. It's incredibly broken when you get the Athena's version of the dodge, because it basically has the deflect ability, which makes you invincible and reflects back enemy attacks. Okay? It's basically a twofold thing. You get the ability to move through the enemies when they're attacking you, plus you get to reflect back their abilities, and you get to hit them at the same time. It's like 3 positive things at once. Okay? Admittedly, it's very spammy to use it. You could dash through entire enemies and just keep hitting them with it. Like, in fact, that's what I did yesterday during my run. I just kept using it, and that's how I'm beating entire bosses. Like that dual boss of the Minotaur and, what's his name, Theseus? If you get invincible dash, you could keep dashing back and forth through them, and it makes the fight so much easier than trying to actually time your attack specifically. Okay? But I hear what you're saying. It is very spammy, and it's easy to abuse it. It is very overpowered, in my opinion, that Athena's version of the dash. Okay. Then Onso Kamaru also to me another $1.50. He says, additionally, in the room with the poison, always find out where the poison heal spring is and keep that in mind. The fat rats explode in the poison when they die, and the wolf enemies spit poison at you. So if you did, you can heal within half a second. Correct. That is very good advice, and I found out the hard way. Because the first time that I got to the final stage, I didn't even know what poison was or how it worked. And I lost like 2 revives, not understanding the mechanic. And I was so effing pissed because I knew the end of the game was coming, the final boss fight, and I had no revives for it. So yeah, you're absolutely right. The poison is probably the most threatening thing in the game. And you got to be ready to go and heal it right away. It's great advice. You're absolutely correct. Okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. Like, I've done all the shout-outs, guys. Henry Jones Jr. says, all dashes do that, not just Athena's. The only difference for Athena is the deflect. All of them give iframes, and many builds other dashes are better, like Poseidon's. Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. All right, so maybe I shouldn't only focus on the Athena version. Maybe I should try other versions of the dash. Okay, fair enough. Sounds good. Thanks for that advice. Yeah, guys, well, I finished with all the shout-outs already. So, unless anyone has a question or another shout-out, I think it's time for the break. And I'm going to use the restroom and prepare myself for Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island. Right? Fair enough? We good? Or anyone else have anything else to say? Or should we take our break? I'm listening. If anyone has anything, it's completely silent. It's completely silent. I don't know. All right. If this is the case, let's take a break. I'm going to use the bathroom. I recommend you guys use the restroom, grab a drink or a snack for yourselves, whatever you'd like to do. When I come back, it is Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island. I actually have to switch over to the PS5 here. It'll take a minute, but... and then, by the way, someone said there might be an update I need to download quickly. All right. Thank you. I will see you guys in a few minutes.